had some amazing Mediterranean food this week and I'm inspired. So I'm gonna make some fresh pita bread. I make a pre-ferment right now, the poulish. I'm just hanging out with light. This is how I unwind after my day. Sometimes. A lot of times I'm lazy too and I don't feel like cooking. 178 teaspoons. The water is about 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Too much water. I'm not afraid to make mistakes. Everyone can cook. Not everyone needs to cook like a professional chef, just like everyone can sing. Not everyone needs to sing like a singer. Although I do like when people sing nicely. Supercharged it. We're gonna put it in the refrigerator for 2 hours, chill it, and then take it out and let it sleep on the counter overnight at room temperature. Got my chickpeas soaking overnight. I'm gonna get these on the stove top and cook them for like an hour and a half. Got my red Power Ranger red on today. Bring this to a boil. It's mutated into something crazy. It's definitely sour. All right, we're gonna add some sugar. Just 1 block of sugar. I'm not measuring the sugar. Maybe I should. But that was not good sugar on. I'm using a recipe from Artisanal Breads, Culinary Institute of America at home. Mamma mia. 356 grams of water at 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Olive oil, mamma mia. Rich, complex flavor. Let's use my semolina flour used for pasta, pizza, mamma mia. This is my Middle Eastern inspired pita bread. It's a pita bread recipe, but you know, I might cook it like a pizza, we'll see. This recipe says use bread flour, but I'm gonna use semolina. But then you gotta feel it out. Look, now it's coming together, okay? It's still gonna be a little bit wet, but I don't want it so wet, okay? Because I went a little over on the oil. Put it in my oiled bowl and let it rise again. Let's try a piece. Tastes weird. Tastes weird alone, but then it's gonna come together when you add everything together and you mix it together. You got all delicious ingredients. You got salt, you got flour. Oh, I forgot the salt. That's why. I forgot the salt. Oh well. No salt on this bread. Remind me to put some salt on top. But you got ingredients everywhere. You got all these ingredients in different bowls. You got the water, you have the salt, you have the sugar, you have the flour. All separate. If you eat flour, you're like, oh, it doesn't taste good. But the act of mixing it together, mixing it with love, you make something special, okay? You bring it to life. So onions in a pan. I'm making some caramelized onions to go on top of my hummus with my bread. Is gonna be a perfect mamma mia. At work today, we had a presentation from one of the sales leaders and they were talking about how to retain clients. One thing that he said is people do not leave people that they like. So the only reason we lost a client is because they didn't like us. And simply put, what he was saying was we need to put a lot of time and attention into building a relationship with the clients. We need to know their middle name. We need to know when their birthdays are. So this got me thinking a lot naturally. I feel like this is very simple, but I like to go deep and analyze it. So I don't believe that people leave olive oil. Make sure I put salt in this. So I don't believe that people leave when they don't like someone. I believe that they leave when they're not in alignment with someone. Good thing I put salt here. The alignment, the vibration is so important. We could like someone based on our ego, based on the appearance, based on status. Do they come from a wealthy family? Based on, oh, my friends will like me, my friends will accept me. That's how people get into relationships. That's how people start different jobs. Oh, let's go on medium heat. We can start relationships for the ego, but then that's not really building the foundation of the relationship, a lasting relationship. But if you build a true relationship built on trust, equal give and take, equal exchange of energy. I'm the type of person in a relationship, I'm always checking in like, how are you doing? How are you doing? I want to check in. I want to make sure that your needs are taken care of. I want to attend to you. I want to support you. If I'm not getting that in return, then it's not an equal exchange of relationship. Not to say that I don't like that person. I like that person, but it has to be an equal exchange. Lemon, garlic by smashing it and adding some lemon juice to it. Basically, what I think is you can like someone and not be in alignment with them, not be in the same life stage as them, not be in the same mindset as them. So maybe I'm making this very complicated, but basically liking is different from alignment. You could like someone but be at a different stage of your own life, a different stage of your own journey. So don't mistake that for not liking someone. Don't mistake that for someone being a bad person just because you're not in the same life stage. Scallion whites in there too. Allium flavor, onion flavor. So as you can see, this topic is very complex, but I believe every person that we come in contact in our life is meaningful. And we have different types of people, and I don't want to like compartmentalize it or put it into stages, but I believe that there are certain soul contracts or soulmates that you might want to say, where we're kind of like destined to meet these people, and we have more profound interactions with them, like relationships, business partners, best friends. And then there are people that we meet in our daily life, like a little child on the street, or the person at the grocery store, that can elicit different emotions or cause different things to happen in our life, just like little things. But regardless of all of the people that we meet in our life, everything is an experience. And even though we have a lot of these experiences in the physical, we think, oh, we're not talking to this partner anymore. It's done. It's a closed chapter of my life. But I want to challenge you and think, no, from an energetic level, the energy exchange that you had together, the experiences that you had together, especially with a deep soulmate, Pinky out. Those live on. Those don't go away. Because energetically they are made, energetically they are experienced, energetically they are still imprinted onto one another. You might not be together in the physical, but the spirit, the energy lives on. And maybe in the astral plane, you're still connected. I'd like to think maybe that you were destined to meet for a particular purpose, to learn life lessons. Energy never dies. Energy never dies. And if energy never dies, the love that you had for your partner, your past partner, is still there, right? And you could say like, oh, I don't like this person, they were a terrible person, they hated me. Maybe you weren't in the relationship for the right reasons. You were in a relationship for your ego, for pleasing your ego, because this person was attractive, or you thought they were a good person that your parents would like, or they had a good status. Too many times we get into a relationship for our ego. With that said, we gravitate towards these relationships like, oh, I wish my soulmate was here, but we haven't really done a lot of healing work. So then when the soulmate arrives and standing in front of your face, you're not ready, because the soulmate, in a way, is supposed to, I believe, lead you more to your higher purpose, lead you more to your highest timeline. And at times, that could feel like triggering, okay? Because they care about you and they want you to reach your highest level. You're divinely supposed to meet. So they can trigger you and you can run away because you're not ready for the change. So what I recommend doing is, before you start praying and wishing for someone, the love of your life, or a business contact, do the inner healing work, know thyself, before you start attracting people, places, and things that you're not a vibrational match for. But I do think there's an element of divinity, of divine union that's at play when we meet people. I don't think that we could be too hard on ourselves in our past, but definitely learn from the past and move forward and live more consciously, and know that every relationship means something, but you still have to put time and attention into it. Because if you're on the same energetic alignment and you keep evolving together, you keep growing together, you're always going to be together. It's just like a plant. You don't not water a plant for 3 months and expect it to live. You have to keep on watering the plant, constant gentle pressure. You don't just forget about it. Same thing with relationships. Always evolving together, always growing together. Sometimes the plant dies or it's too cold or something. Adapting and adjusting. We can learn a lot from nature. Hummus. Take it out. Salad, arugula, cucumber. This is like a Israeli salad kind of thing. Into the bowl. Is it good? Yeah, it's good. A little lemon juice in there, pepper, salt, a little olive oil. Now it's Mamma Mia. Here's my arugula avocado Israeli salad. The avocado is ripe, so it kind of made like a sauce. Just rinsed it under some cold water so some of the skins are starting to come off. It's a pita dough, but I added semolina flour and I kind of finessed it. I'm gonna cook it like a pizza. Mamma mia, this is a mamma mia. Let's see how this goes. Oven is at 450. I'm gonna add a little bit more olive oil on top of here. Some salt on here because I forgot to add salt to the actual dough. And I'm gonna let this sit on the counter for 10 minutes. I think I have it on backwards. This is why cooking is hard. Okay, hooray. Let's see. Some chili powder, paprika, fennel seed as well. Look up these healing properties. I'm not making it up. So I just put some cumin and fennel in there, as well as some paprika. I have a connection to ancient Egypt, and cumin and fennel were thought to be aphrodisiacs in ancient Egypt. And also cumin and fennel help ward off like negative energy. This is what they say, I believe it. So I gotta add it in. You are what you eat. Be intentional with what you eat. Be intentional with who you surround yourself with. The food is energy. The lemon juice and the garlic. Mamma mia. Cold water. Some black pepper. I was almost gonna forget the salt. is nice and smooth. Now I'm gonna add some tahini paste in there. Sesame paste. Honey. The food that we eat is special, it's magical. Needs a little bit more lemon juice, a little bit more salt. Let's check on the bread. Wow, look at that. Mamma mia. This is kind of how I had it at the restaurant last week. Let's take the pizza out. That is a mamma mia. See, I plotched it on the side, but then I fixed it, and now we got like a portal. We got a portal into another dimension with some olive oil. More fennel for love, pepper. I didn't forget about my caramelized onions. Scallions. It's gonna be an elite mamma mia, I think. Okay, elite. Semolina, kind of pita bread. Okay, it's nice. It's like fluffy pizza. We bring the art to life. Take some of this bread, get in here with the onions. You bring everything together, and it's amazing. As I enjoy this, I saw on TikTok the other day, there was a boxing match. And I don't watch boxing, but I'm kinda a little bit hyped about it because I've been doing boxing as a form of exercise for the past year, and I have accumulated over 100 hours of training. I'm just doing it to take care of myself, take care of my health. I'm not doing it to fight, and I think that's the secret. You're learning how to box, not to fight, but you're prepared to at any time. It's like a 135 weight class. I'm almost there, I lose like 3 pounds, I can compete, okay? Let me compete, let me in. Just kidding, I get smoked. But they showed a clip of this boxer, Garcia, who's only 24 years old, his entrance song. Usually those entrance songs when they walk into the arena are like hype, like yo, yo, yo. But his song, if you go listen to it, and I'll put what the song is called here, I never heard it before, was on another level. This guy is different. Like, I'm curious now, he piqued my interest. Like, he's not just like using that chaos energy. So after the match, Garcia showed a lot of respect, even though he lost for the fighter, and he said, you know, he did a great job, the other fighter, and he deserves it. He wasn't a sore loser. So even though he lost physically, he won spiritually because he didn't trash talk the opponent. Before the match, I feel like boxing is like a circus. Like they try to hype it up, they trash talk each other. It's all a circus, but he showed in that moment that he's a true human, and he sees it more as a journey, not just a means to achieve something. It's about the journey, it's about the process, it's about the growth. So even though he lost, he still won. There's a lot of controversy over these boxing matches, like, oh, this coach did this coach said this. And it made me think, like, I only want to have the people that got my back, that have good energy for me in my ring with me, okay? Anyone that doesn't have good energy for me, anyone that doesn't have good intentions, I don't want them, because it messes up my flow, it messes up my energy, it messes up my law of vibration. I don't want them around me. I'd rather be with a core group of people that is really with me, my ride or dies, okay? So anyone that doesn't align with me, that's sending me ill will, that doesn't believe in me, is out of my life. Only the people in my life that are gonna be with me when I rise and when I fall are the people that I want to surround myself with. Because we will fall, and only we can pick ourselves back up. But your friends and supporters, your coaches that are still by your side during that time are the true ones. This hummus is a mamma mia. Peace.